Hello, singletons. We're going to do a singles love reading. I'm using the Whispers of the Deck Tarot. If you want one of these, I'll tag it. Whispers of the Deck on TikTok, Facebook, or there is the website. Now, if you purchase one of these decks, you can then get the Basics Tarot video tutorial from me for 20 quid. It's normally 75 quid. Reason being is I appear as the Hierophant. Right, so I'm going to do a present and future spread up to 6 months. If you want a present and future reading, same day guaranteed. They're only 20 quid. Go to the link, top of the profile. It's called Stand Store. It's like Linktree. You can get them in there and we can find out what's happening today. Right, so present spread. Some of this will have recently happened. Some will be in play now. Some might be coming up about a week or so. The present's always going into the past. So let's get them back together and see what's crack-a-lacking. Right, so we start off with the Sun card in the reverse. So the Sun card is the most positive card in the deck. It means the birth of something new. Okay, so in this case, the birth of a new relationship with somebody. Now, it's in the reverse position. The universe wants to give this to you, but there's some sussing out that you need to do first. This is going to help. Ace of Cups. Cups, water emotions. Ace is bringing in new energy, not starting something new. So it's about going, right, long term, what's going to make me happy? When it comes to a relationship, emotionally, what's going to fill my cup? Eight of Cups in the reverse. Okay, so this talks about, for me, well, you can see on here, love base reading, you've got all the people there, lots of opportunities coming forwards. Now it's in the reverse position, okay? What this feels like is the offers are currently on hold until you suss out what it is that you want, and that's part of that Ace of Cups energy there. Again, the universe wants to provide you these offers, but bottom of the deck, we've got Seven of Swords in the reverse. So for me, this is often the imposter syndrome card. So it's about coming out of that imposter syndrome and kind of going, maybe I do deserve my person. Maybe I don't deserve to be treated badly by these other DRCK heads in the past. Maybe. We need to then change that from maybe to I do deserve it. Okay, I do deserve the best. I do deserve my person. Right. So I kind of feel like that part's already happened because we then got the Three of Wands in the reverse. Wands, fire, action. This is about going in a new direction. You're the chap there, turns his back on us, turns his back on the past, about to take first steps out into the great unknown. It's in the reverse position, holding off on pushing and getting out there. I feel like it's because there aren't any real offers, but like I said, the universe isn't going to bring any offers in that aren't genuine. And I feel like they're trying to. I feel like the universe is trying to, but you're missing it. Four of Cups. See all the last there, sat under the tree, staring at the Three Cups, wherever they are on this deck. Stuck, bored, jaded, fed up, cloud, hand, cup. Well, it's just a hand with a cup on this one. Yeah, so there is an opportunity there. There is an offer there, but you're missing it at the moment. Okay. Overall outcome card. Ace of Pentacles. Pentacles, earth, money, finance, non-financial wealth. That's what we're investing our time, efforts, and energy in. Again, Ace is bringing new energy. So this is about going, right, long term, when it comes to my love life, what am I investing in? Okay, where am I putting my time, effort, and energy? Do I want somebody to build with? Do I want somebody who I can just go out with dates with and kind of build from there? Now that would be a good thing, but it's coming after the Four of Cups. So potentially you're missing out on an opportunity because you're refocusing then on where you're putting your time, effort, and energy. But we'll see. Obstacles or blockages. Ace of... Oh no, it was Page of Pentacles, wasn't it? Sorry. That was the Ace. Right, let's reassess that. Page is more youthful energy. Don't have the knowledge or experience of the kings and the queens. Don't have the full motion of the knights. More about giving something a go. This page is about an offer. Now, Page's offers are tiny, really, really small. Now, it could be you giving yourself a little bit of an opportunity to actually get out there, or it could be that because this person's coming in with a Page's offer, that's why you're missing it, because you know it's not really good enough. Okay, so obstacles or blockages, Ace of Pentacles in the reverse position. So ironically, the obstacle or blockage here, as I was just saying with the Ace of Pentacles, in this case it's about not assessing where you're putting your time, effort, and energy. Okay, removing any blockages. The Lovers. Right, so Lovers, beautiful, positive, powerful card. It means bringing in some kind of new love. Okay, What you see, for me, really, we want two of cups for long term, but the lovers can kind of develop into that. What it feels like is you're being asked to get kind of excited about your love life moving forwards, right? So I'm not sure about that Page of Pentacles, to be honest with you, because it's completely thrown me off thinking it was the Ace of Pentacles. New deck. Yeah, so let's move on to the future spreads and see if we can suss that out. Is that somebody coming in with a Pages offer? In which case it might be a good thing that you're kind of ignoring it, or is it you giving yourself the slightest bit of opportunity to push forwards? We shall see. So let's get these back together. So next spread's based within the next 6 months. As we're doing divination, tarot is designed to say on your current path, this is the most likely outcome. There are a couple of fixed cards in there. By that I mean the universe says it's got to happen, no way around it. But for the most part, it's not. So in the event anything comes up, you don't like the sound of it, you can change it. You're an autonomous human being. You have free will and choice. It probably will still play out the way the cards say it's going to. Reason being is you've got to do something, say something, change something, shift something. It's uncomfortable. It might mean upsetting yourself. It might mean upsetting other people. So I tend to find this goes chronological, outcome card being closer towards the 6 month mark. So let's have a look. Did I say 8 of Cups for that other one? I'm so confused. Right. So what was that one? I can't remember. Block it in the comments. Tell me where I've gone wrong. I did say I think I was going to struggle with this deck. I'm not going to lie to you. They are based on the Rider-Waite's, but because the imagery is just ever so slightly different on some of the cards, it completely throws me off. I'm just so used to standard Rider-Waite's. I'm not going to lie to you. Right, 8 of Cups. Cups, water, emotions. Right, so on this deck, right, because she's turning away from the 8 Cups, it feels like, again, you're missing out on some kind of opportunities. You're not facing the fact that you need to reassess where you're putting your time, effort, and energy. So you've reassessed kind of what you want from love briefly, but you've not looked at the practicality. So case in point, right? I was doing a reading on my live the other day, and this person was saying that they wanted to know if this other person had good intent for them, because it was a long distance thing, right? They were 5 hours away from each other, 200 miles away. And I said, you know, for me, that's never going to work. I'm sorry. I'm not saying that no long distance relationships can't work, but they're not, for me, they're not real relationships. How can you build up that connection when somebody's so far away? And the cards indicated that this person was a good person, but they probably had their head screwed on a bit more and realised that you're never going to build up a real connection with that amount of distance. Now, for me, Source isn't that cruel that your person is going to live on the other side of the world or in the Outer Hebrides. Yeah, so it's about being a bit more logical with this stuff. You can build up friendships and connections. Don't get me wrong, distantly, but for me, you can't have a long-term relationship because the distance is so great. There's going to be such a big amount of time between seeing each other. At some point, you're going to actually get proper emotions, and you go, let's move in together. And then one of you is going to have to completely uproot their life, travel miles away from their friends, from their family, from their job, from their support network, and take this massive gamble and risk. Now, I'm not saying it can't work, so don't be getting up on me in the comments. But for me, no, it doesn't sit right. And for me, this person who had the reading, she'd kind of assessed what she wanted from love, but she hadn't assessed the more kind of earthy, practical elements of the Ace of Pentacles there. Right, so yeah, not really assessing the situation in regard to making time and to find love. So we've then got the Sun card in the reverse again, so still blocking that Sun card relationship. 5 of Cups in the reverse, so you're the figure in black. You're in black because you're mourning or grieving. Where are they on here? The 3 cups down at the bottom that have fallen over. Now there's 2 kind of behind her, okay? Now, when it's in the upright position, we're stuck in grieving mode about things that haven't worked out in the past. Reverse position, as I say, you're here living human experience. It's okay to be angry, sad, pissed off, annoyed. Something's not worked out. but it's about realizing that there will be better times and better opportunities ahead. Let's continue. Right. I'm going to point something out, and Jenna, if you're watching, this isn't me having a go. This is any tarot card manufacturer, right? Please, for the love of God, don't do the backs like this, because as the reader, I know which. Obviously, I don't know what card it is, but I know that which cards in the reverse and which is in the upright. Okay. It doesn't. What basically happens is that my logical mind is going. You know, I scan through and it goes pick that one, and then my logical mind's going. That one's in the reverse, that one's in the upright. You know, please, when producing tarot cards, please do something like this. Right? So there's no way to tell. Okay, because the other thing is, if I'm doing a personal reading at an event or a face-to-face, the clients clock it as well. And then they deliberately go for certain cards that they think, oh, that's going to be in the upright. And don't get me wrong, the cards are always picked by source, but it can potentially skew the reading. Okay, and as a reader, I know that the right cards will be picked. Don't get me wrong, but it's just it's like a mental irritation for me because I kind of know which way it's going to be. Just side note, right? Five of Swords in the reverse. Swords are where we think, words we use. Okay, so I'm trying to think which one this is in the standard rider way. This is why I don't use other cards very often, because I've got to try and compute it in my mind. Right, so this is about standing your ground. Okay, coming out on top. It's in the reverse position, mentally backing down. Okay, and I feel it's to yourself. Right, 2 of Wands in the reverse, one's fire action. This is about making a plan moving forwards. It's in the reverse position, putting plans on hold. Overall outcome card. Chariot in the reverse. Right, so the Chariot card for me talks about either the energy around us or questions of should I do it, is the time right. I feel it's energetic, right? So upright position, I describe the Chariot as a bit of a juggernaut. So it takes a little bit of time to get the wheels in motion, but once it picks up speed, it's going to plow through everything like a freight train. Reverse position, brakes are on and welded on, right? Obstacles or blockages. 4 of Swords. Swords are where we think, words we use. I'm going to go for my more left field version of this card, being too mentally horizontal. Okay. Final card, removing any blockages, and I'll tell you where this is going. 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. Right, so 2 homeless figures here trudging through the snow, church in the background. The idea is they lift the head above the parapet, see the church is there, can go in for the night for some support. It's in the reverse position. When it comes to your love life, you're kind of floundering around because it's almost like you're rejecting any potential offers that might be coming in. And the simple fact is, it comes down to not assessing where you're putting your time, effort, and energy. So emotionally, you kind of go in, oh, I want somebody who's going to be honest. I want somebody who's going to show me real love. But you're not focusing on the practicalities of how you're going to find it or how you're going to fit this person in. So case in point, if somebody's been single for a long time, their whole life is built up around being single. So, you know, Monday night, cinema night, Tuesday night, out with the girls, Wednesday, gym, Thursday, yoga, Friday, drinks out with the girls, Saturday, movie night, Sunday, chill. Well, where's this person going to fit in that rota? You know what I mean? There's no room for them. And, you know, anybody who's knows the worth and values in the power is going to go, I'm not going to get involved in this because you're not even making any room for me. You know, I don't want to just see you once a month. Thank you very much. So yeah, big changes needed. That Ace of Pentacles for me is the linchpin there. So there you go. Good luck. Get those changes in.